You're so good. 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 You're so good.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Salut.
you're so good, you're so good, you're so good. You're so good, you're so good, you're so good. You're so good, you're so good.
Microphone check 1 2 1 2. This is your boy Kaysha, and this is Club Shada. And I'm happy to be around you guys. And before we begin the amazing listening party of African Bohemian, I want to say hi to the latest subscribers: Rodi Ditend, Black MC Gibson, Yannick Lapointe, who are our latest subscribers. We have a goal of 1,000 subscribers this month of August, and we are already, after 9 days, at 544. So it is a good 54%. With 22 days to go, we'll probably raise it to 1,005. And why am I listening to? I hear myself so low. It's here you go. The Club Shada needs your help. Kaysha.tv. Talk about it around people. Yeah. Tell them when you spend your evenings, nights, and spread the link, Kaysha.tv, so that we get more people watching. Of course, you can also support by buying anything at the web store, Zuguere, or doing a donation on the super chat or using the link in the description. But super chat is the simplest way, the little $sign in the chat. I want to say, I already have already 75 people watching. What's happening? I want to say hi to Joel. How are you, cousin? What up, Shada gang? What up, Nerida? How are you? Tina, como estás? Tu a ver as fotos do perfil mudar. AJ, what up? Thank you so much. Hey, what up, my Shkizomba? How are you, brother? Ari Beats, how are you? Hey, Emmanuel, how are you? I hope you're fine. I see everybody's fine. What up, CV Beats? What up, brother? How are you? Everything is good. I didn't forget about you. I'm going to listen to your beat, but I've been, celebrating 1 year married, and I have some friends from France who are there, so I was spending some time with them, and of course trying to stay. Who's sending me WhatsApp messages with strange names? I don't know who you are. Yeah. So I hope everybody's fine. I hope you're having a great time. DJ Adema, what up, brother? I hope you're good. So I'm today. I've been trying to keep these episodes less than 3 hours, maybe 2 hours, because I think it's fine. Oh, sounds nice. For the show, I have to go check the show. I have to go check the channel. What up, Moto Music? What up, brother? How are you? Before we start listening to African Bohemian, and I tell you a little bit about how this album came to be, what was my state of mind at that time. I want to talk about, or maybe no, you know what? I'm gonna keep it for Wednesday. I had a great, interesting conversation with Buddy Sadva about what I would do if I was not the president of an African country, because I think that the things that I'm talking about are not as essential for the population and the things that the population need. But maybe if I had enough power to work on everything telecommunication and maybe if I was a prime minister or something, I don't know, I'm not sure. But if I had enough power to do something, all the steps that I would do. But I think if I start this conversation now, we will not be over until another hour, I know. And we have a whole album to listen to called African Bohemian by yours truly. And this is an album with 18 songs, so I don't want to spend too much time talking about something else. So you know how we do. Hello, Queen Juju. How are you? I hope you're fine. I hope you're staying safe. Exactly. I need rest, and I actually wake up very early, and today I really didn't have time to rest during the day. I was really, it was Sunday. I stayed in bed until 3 p.m. So I'm lying. We already passed 100 people watching. That's amazing. What up, Lil Maro? So the actually the time that I'm gonna talk about is the time of. First of all, before we begin, this show is brought to you by shadaware.com. Make sure you go test. We have a new line of face masks. They are stunning. They are amazing. I will do a special presentation maybe for the next show, maybe for Wednesday. Yeah, they are really nice looking. I really like them. I designed everything actually 2 days ago, and I didn't receive them yet. As soon as I receive them, of course, I will wear them here so you can see them. It's even better, you know. And so I want to explain to you what was my state of mind when I created the album African Bohemian. At that time it's also a sad time for me and Lil Maro, because this is the time that because of the people that was between us, we got separated, more or less. That's when it started, like because after the release of the album It's a Love, I realized that my partner was actually stealing money from me, and that he was not working with me for my interest but for his own interest. And he's a person that created a lot of problems between all of us, but we never realized before long time that he was the person in the middle. He was the devil in the middle, and we were all there respecting that person so much that we didn't realize that this guy was really the devil in disguise in the middle of us, who was just here to profit from us and from our work. And so at that time I was very hurt, and I was very how you say when you believe that everybody's your enemy, you know. You know, when you believe that everybody's your just a second. Yeah, like I was saying, you know, sometimes you really believe that everybody's against you. You start becoming a little paranoid, and that's how I decided. Really, I remember, like we had a conversation with this about this with Mauro, about the day that I was like, oh, you know what, like if you're with them, you're not with me, and I just put myself. It was not I didn't have a problem with Lil Maro, but I had a problem with the team, and I didn't know who in the team was with who, and I decided to remove myself from the equation. And keep in mind that at that time I had I've received threats. It was not just blah 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 blah. It was also physical threats because there was a lot of money involved. We were talking about 200,000. No, that was my share. That was stolen from me. But we were talking about albums generating around for every album 200,000 to 300,000 in the course of the album euros. So of course that person wanted to continue stealing from me and using us, Lil Maro too, without us being paid or equally. And the deal was this. The deal I came with was, I'm using your studio, but I'm making my album, and you're not paying for anything. You're not paying for my beats, all these things. I'm gonna create my album in your studio, and then we will put it out together. You will do the mix, and then we do 50-50, because I believe that we both brought our thing in the mix. You brought your equipment. I brought the beats, the artists, all the featurings. And I also brought an artist there that we did an album too together, and it was the same deal. And in the end, so if you bring your studio, we don't count it as money you're spending. And if I bring my beats, my stuff, we don't count it as money I'm spending. But we decided, oh, you know what, let's do 50-50 in the outcome. After whatever we had to pay, music videos, travels, whatever is done, we share 50-50 of everything that's left. And by the time it was time to be paid, he said, oh, my studio costs that much, which was never part of the deal. And that's how I realized that, okay, I'm being fucked. It's okay. And then it became physical threats and stuff. And I was like, you know what? My mama didn't raise me for that. So you know what? I'm out and I'm not working with you anymore. And that guy was like, no, you're gonna keep working for me because you're making me money. And I was like, no, you're gonna go fuck yourself. This is what's gonna happen. And then of course, then it's like, oh, well, you cannot do nothing without me. I made you. It's like, what you mean you made me? We made my third album together. You didn't make me. And yeah, that was this. When we talk about this with Maro, it's a sad time for us because in the turmoil of all this, me and him got separated. I'm talking about 2004, and it's only. And I mean, we met from time to time here and there in Paris, but then after that, we just got separated, and like we were really good friends, working together in the studio, spending hours in the studio, and it's only 2 or 3 years ago, that we spoke on Instagram, gave him my number, we start talking for hours, and now we're back together, as the family is back together. It's a sad story that happens a lot everywhere. There's a lot of music, a lot of money being made. There's a lot of sharks. There's a lot of people who want to profit from other people. But the sad part is not really that it happens, because it's business, and it's my fault of having done a business that was just. I'm a man. I know I'm a man of my word, and I believe that the people who I talk to are men of their word, but they're not. So that's why you have to sign contracts, and we didn't have a contract signed, so it is what it is. I don't dwell on these things. You lose 200,000, but I believe that if I can make it on one album, which was my third album, It's So Love, I can make another album. So the sad part for me was more understanding that I was respecting somebody that was not respectable. That's the thing. To me, some people, they really do everything for you to respect them, and then without you really understanding what's going on, and really because you trust them, now they start telling you stuff about people, and they tell these people stuff about you. So everybody started to be divided, and by the time you don't speak to each other, all of you, that person is here taking everything from everybody, and nobody ever realized that, oh, he's the one, like he's the person who's in the middle of all these stories, and the reason why we don't talk to each other anymore. And that's how, at the point, in a way, I respect those people because they're super intelligent. They're like, they're Machiavellic, but karma make that these people, they don't survive long. But before you realize what happened, which means one day you talk to the person that you were not talking for a year, 2 years, 3 years, this is only at that time that they say, yeah, but that person told me that. And they say, yeah, but that person told me that. And then all of a sudden you guys realize that, oh shit, like, but why you didn't call me? I don't know. And you, why you didn't call me? And I don't know, because I was pissed. Yeah, exactly. That's how they do. Divide and conquer. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened to all of us. And it was a really sad time. I remember taking the train, going to Belgium to the mother of my kid. I think we were already separated, or maybe not. But I don't remember. But I remember taking the train, going to the mother of my kid, arriving to the apartment and just falling on her lap and crying and being like, I don't understand. Like, I do music for love. I do music like to make people happy and to be happy, not to end up in situation where I don't know who's who, and being frustrated and having people treat me like all this work I put is not worth nothing. And especially, and realizing that people don't have a word. People just talk so that they can lure you into something, you know. Yeah. Well, listen, the behind the scene is it's actually a very sad behind the scene. What up, Ralphie? How are you? Hey, Malcolm Beast. What up, brother? What it do? Where am I? Hey, bonsoir. Myrline, comment ça va? I don't know, I actually... C'est eux qui doivent me donner la date. Mais bientôt. Je crois qu'ils attendent un peu pour pouvoir faire la promo que les clubs ouvrent un peu au Luxembourg. Yeah, you gotta be strict. You know, I think it's important to put yourself in a position where you can say no. And decide how you want to work. Talk it clearly, and then respect that. And if people don't respect that, well, nothing is happening then. The thing is, at that time, I was younger. It's 2004. And I'm a person, I don't like scandal. And I don't like making waves. So when those things happen, I tend to be like, well, you know what? Okay. And but I could tell long stories about the aftermath, and you realize how I win in the end. But hey, you know, what up, Franklin? How are you? These sound like one of the hardest lessons to learn about music business and friendship in the industry. Listen, this was a lesson. Some people, because you work with them, you become friends with them because you spend so much time with them. But you have to understand, this is business. So if it's business, you have to protect yourself. You have to protect your side of the business. You have to protect your side of the contract. This is why you sign contract. You don't sign contracts because you are cool with each other. You sign contracts in case you're not cool with each other, or in case you disagree on something. Then you can go read. Oh, listen, you see about this part, we said this in Article 4. We said that this is how much we share, or we said this. So if you don't agree, or whatever you read, you go to the judge and you say, see, that's what we said, and that's not what happened. Here is the money that has been received. I should be receiving 50%. What happened? The judge say, yo, what happened? Give him his money. Boom, done. But you know, this is the thing where we've I'm not a street person, but I work with a lot of people who are street niggas, ex gangsters who go in the music industry. That's how they treat the music industry. It's like they think they can finesse you, and they treat everything in a way that when they don't agree, they just want to beat you up. Like they have a way of doing things sometimes, but at the same time they use stuff like religion and all the advice they give you to, you think you met a big brother and that person is great to you until the money arrives. And when the money arrives, you've already been with somebody working for 2 or 3 years on a project, and then he comes out, it sells, everybody's happy, like you eat at his house, he presents you to his wife, all these things, and you even have a project with another artist, etc., and only after another year after the release, that's the money comes. The distribution said, oh listen, you sold 25,000 albums in our deal, there's 30% for me at distribution, 30 for you, 30 for you, or 33 for you, so I send all the money to your partner, and then your partner will pay you, and then the partner says, well, you made 100 and something thousand. Oh, that's exactly the price of my studio. All right, bye. Then you feel a huge dick in your ass. Listen, he played everybody. That was crazy. Like when we talk about this with Mauro, we lost 10 years of friendship because of that. So I mean, God will take care of him. What up, Sips? How are you? We all been there. Oh, listen, bro. It was a sad time for me. It was a very, very, very sad time. For me, for Mauro, for other people, and the worst part was that it was not just shake that. Yeah, I was saying, it's those things where you come with your heart pure because you're here to make music, express yourself, and some other people already understood that there's a lot of money in there, and they're here to get that money. You know how we do. So hey, what can you say? What can you do? It is. Yep, exactly. A long time ago. What up, K? How are you? What up, PNP? You missed a sad story. Thanks a lot, Jeffrey. What up, Luis? How are you, Soñador? You good? We good. Yeah. So after that happened, so I'm not gonna go about the story of the artist because it would make the story too long, and I want to play the music. I just want you to understand what is my what is going on in my head when I start working on this album. So this happened. I just lost a lot of money because I got my money stolen from this guy, and I don't have a crew anymore. And at the same time, that person is and the artist that we were working on together they go everywhere, in magazines, even in interviews, and in every, and they say that I'm not a real producer. That he's the guy who has a studio. That artist did her whole album. I did co-wrote the lyrics. I did all the melodies of the song, produced 80% of the tracks, and now she's there in interviews saying that I'm just an assistant. And that is, and I know her, she's brainwashed, right? But at that time, this is super, 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 super frustrating. Because, and mind you, I'm doing a lot of shows. I'm making a lot of money from tours. But all the money I put in production in 2004, which was my album and this artist's album, vanished. Probably 150 euros, 200,000 euros, don't remember. But all this money that I was supposed to make is gone. So I'm frustrated because of the financials. I'm frustrated because of the lack of respect as well. And I'm frustrated because these people are saying everywhere that, I'm not a real guy, and that, they don't need me, whatever. The good thing is that when it was time to do the second album of that girl, all of a sudden they remembered that they needed me. And then I was like, no, I'm not working with you guys. But that's for another time. Second thing that's happening in my life is I'm separating from the mother of my son. Either I'm separating at that moment, or I'm separating. I'm separating in 2004. And I have songs in that album talk about this. But what frustrated me the most when I was doing this album, before I do this album, was these things that they were saying that, to be a real producer, you need to have your studio, or you need to pay for your own studio. And the reason why I went to that person was exactly to not spend the money. I was like, listen, I use your studio, and in exchange for your investment of letting me use your studio, I give you 50% of all the money. And me, I take the other 50%. That's why we are producing this together. But, so I go to the owner of Section Zouk, who I was working with, because at the same time, I successfully at that time did the album of Sumia, Still in Love. And this sold 25,000 copies. And we made around like 200,000 or 250,000 euros of revenue from that album. But that was Sushiro Section Zouk. That was another business I was doing. And then at the same time, I was doing the album with that person. And with that person, I did It's So Love and the other artist album. So, but I'm frustrated because I'm telling him, I don't like the fact that these people are here walking around town telling everybody that they meet that, I'm not a real producer. And Harold tells me, well, prove them wrong. I'm like, what you mean? He said, yeah, prove them wrong. But how? He said, well, bring me a master and we'll release it together. We already produce 50-50 for Sumia, Elisio, ABG, your products, your label. But if you bring me a master, which is a finished album, I will pay, I propose we do 60-40. You take 60% of the revenue, I will take 40%. If you bring your album all done. So I'm like, And mind you, The album It's a Love came out in 2003, and we are in the middle of 2000. We are still in 2003, or yeah, more or less. So I released those two albums, It's a Love and African Bohemian, back to back after one year. But I did African Bohemian, and I was enraged of all these that happened. I was enraged, frustrated, sad, and separating. So now, when he told me that, I was like, okay. So I had a good friend called Kynix, who made some beats for Elisio, and I knew that he had a home studio. So I told him, hey, listen, you have your home studio? He's like, yeah. I said, okay, how much to record my whole album in your house? And he's like, because it's you, let's say 5,000. I was like, okay. I went to do a few shows. I had my 5,000. Told him, hey, here's 50%. Let's start working. So we start working on the album. And something interesting happened at that time is that until those albums, the first three, so I'm Ready, Worldwide Chico, and It's a Love, you realize in all the songs I'm rapping the verses. I'm not singing, because I never tried to sing. I never saw myself as a singer. And but after doing the songs like Musicarian and Heartbeat, where I put some singing inside the auto tune, I just said to myself, you know what? The first song I recorded actually was One Love, and it was supposed to be a rap. It was supposed to be like, when I get older, go to the sky and talk, etc., etc. And I don't know, for some reason, I kept hearing melodies on all these songs. But I was like, all these real singers are gonna insult me, and the public is gonna insult me and throw rocks at me if I sing, because I'm not a singer. But you know how I am. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. If they like it, they like it. If they don't like it, they don't like it. So in this, I want to give. So this is what I want to explain to you the premise of how this album was made, and now I want to play you the most important part of the album, which is, as always, the intro. And you can hear in the intro everything that I just told you. I'm actually not talking about it in the intro, but it's in the intro. So let's go. This is Kaysha, African Bohemian. Microphone check. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's just me and my guitar. I roll around the world. They don't know about us, and still they talk about us. Why? As I walk around this planet, it's just me and my baby boy. We've been blessed with the music, spread love all around the world. Oh yeah, I just need a pen and a paper, so I can sing my song. Roll around the world. They don't know about us, but still they talk about us. Why? Just me and my guitar, rolling around the world. They don't know about us, still they talk about us. Why? Welcome. So welcome to African Bohemian. In this intro, I tell the whole story that I just told you. I'm in a world where I hate everybody. It's the world of music, the music industry. The artists are fake. Everybody's just trying to take the place of the other one so they can perform and get 500,000 euros for a show and everybody's trying to fuck each other so they can be the one making the money. The people who pretend that they are your friends are just trying to use you to make money from your hard work. And the people that you trust the most and that you respect the most are people who secretly hate you. And even if they make money with you or from your work, because you don't come from the street or you don't sing on whatever, they actually hate you secretly. And they are waiting for you to make money with them so that they can steal your money. But they don't think on the long terms, thinking, okay, I made 200,000 with that person. If I give him his money now, in 2 years, he's going to make another album. I'm going to make another 200,000, if not more. And maybe in another 2 years or whatever, and maybe he's going to bring me some artists, and maybe I will make a lot of money with him on the long term. No, that's not how they think. They're like, oh my God, there's some money, let me steal it. And in this intro, I'm telling all this. I said, as I walk around this planet, which means as I evolve in the music industry and I meet people in this world and everybody wants a piece of me, even women that you meet that pretend that they want to be your friend or they are trying to fuck with you. And everybody wants something from you. But as I walk on this planet, it's me and my baby boy. At that time, my son is 1 year old. It's just me and my baby boy. I've been blessed with the music, and it's not my fault. I didn't choose it. And the people who hate me because I have talent should hate God, because I didn't decide to be blessed with the music. And all I want to do is sing my songs. So let me play it again.
On the world, around this planet, on the world, know about us.
So I say I'm rolling around the world because that was my life. Going from city to city, performing from people, receiving love, giving love, but at the same time feeling sad because I was separating and I got all my money, some of my money stolen. And it's not just about the money, it's just about respect. You are disrespected by people that you thought were respectful. But I say in this intro, nevertheless, all I need is a pen and a paper so I can write and sing my songs. And then I say something that became one of Sushiro's mottos. In Sushiro, we have 3 mottos. The first one is, we come from the future. The second one is, we are guerrilla. And the third one is, this is how we do it. But one of the main motto is, they don't know about us, still they talk about us. And I ask in this intro, but why? Why are you all talking about me when you don't know me? Just listen to my music and enjoy. And if you want to know about me, sit down with me. But at that time, I'm in an industry where everybody talks about me and they don't know about me. I'm an African guy from Congo who is #1 in the Zouk industry, with people from the West Indies who, a lot of them, not everybody, but a lot of them, they are not happy that an African guy is the #1 seller of Zouk music. And his production is, first production is a girl called Sumia from Morocco, who's also the #1 artist at the same time as him. And when you go to the club, you only hear Sushiro music, and we are privatizing, or we are taking Zouk, their music, from their hands. That's how they feel. That's not how we feel. We feel that we love music. We heard this music since we were born. So there is our rendition of your music, and this is our homage to this music that we grew up listening to. And there it is. This is music. This is an offering. But for them, no. How can an African be the number one artist? And now, a lot of artists behind closed doors, they hate you. A lot of artists, they want to destroy what you are and what you are becoming, because they don't want you to be the driving force of their own music. And I told you before that I've been an outsider all my life. I don't do Congolese music, but I love music from everywhere. So when I like something, I just do it. But the problem is, every time I do something new that I just heard somewhere, it becomes number one. And the people who are the owners of that part of the culture, they feel away. It's like, who's this guy? Where he came from? Why is number one? Wait, this is our music. No, no, no. And me, I'm like, guys, just making music. It's just me and my baby boy. I'm rolling around the world, and I just want to sing my songs. But the industry, and especially if you sell It's All Love, 30,000 copies, and Sumia's album, 35,000 copies, this is 600,000 to 700,000 euros that you make, and a lot of people are pissed that you make this money with what they believe is their culture. When for you, well, music belongs to everybody. I don't care who you're from. I don't care. To me, if you make good music, you make good music. When people make rap music, when people from Africa make rap music, nobody asks them if they are from New York. When people from Nigeria make reggae or dancehall music, nobody asks them if they are from Jamaica. But now, strangely, at that time, if you do Zouk music and you're not from the West Indies, some people are pissed. And when some people see you, it's like, oh, what island are you from? None. Are you from Guyana? No. Where are you from? I'm from Congo. Oh. And that racism, in the midst of my success, I've felt it. Never from white people. No, from my own people, from my own cousins. And this is what I'm saying in this intro. I'm like, guys, I'm an African Bohemian. I go from town to town. I hear stuff, I give stuff, I take stuff. And if you like what I do, cool. If you don't like what I do, cool. But it's just love. And most of the time you receive love. But at that time, young, innocent, the fact that I'm receiving hate, and sometimes from people that I started the music with, now they are angry because I'm becoming way bigger than them. And they're angry. And I don't understand why they're angry. And I'm actually sad that they are angry. And, at that time, when I do this album, I'm actually very angry, very frustrated. And this is the first album that I do myself. My first two albums were done with, they were at Sony, so I didn't pay for nothing. Sony paid for the expenses. Second album, same thing. Third album, it was a co-production. This album is me showing people, you know what, I'm going to do an album by myself, because everybody, the thing is this, if you're here and everybody's here, people, they don't want to work hard to go here to see you. They prefer staying here and sending you, yeah, he's there because this, or because his parents are, or this or that, or he's there because, but it's not him doing it, it's the others. Like, and you know, everybody has an excuse, a reason why I'm there. And me, I'm like, why don't you worry about your garden instead of worrying about mine? But hey, so it's a long explication for an intro. But to me, I just like, guys, you just need to work hard and you can be here. And this is what I did this to go here. But people are like, no, I prefer destroying you so that you go here and now I'm on top of you. But if I'm at 500 and you are at 100 and I go back at 50, don't you feel bad that you're still at 100? No, I just want you to be under me. I don't care if I don't make money. I just want you to be under me. And this is how a lot of our people fuck themselves and how we're still here. And me, I'm like, listen, if I'm here, I prefer bringing everybody here so that I can then go here. That's my philosophy. But I ended up realizing that a lot of people, they don't have this thing. So that's what I'm saying in this intro. And like I say, Sushiro is this. People don't know about us, but they talk about us. And back in the days, it was me crying about it, moaning about it, like, why? But now it became the motto. It is more like, yeah, they don't know about us and they talk about us and it's good. So the first song I did for this album, it was supposed to be a rap song. I had verse written and everything, and for some reason, I could not rap it. I kept I don't know why. I kept being there, and every time I would try to rap, and so my verse was, when I get older, jump to the sky and tell them about you, you know. When I get deeper, I go to etc. Like I had a rap, and the beat was actually a remix from the song Fiona. I wanted to do a remix, and when I finished doing the beat, I was like, yo, wait a minute. So I called Thierry Delaney, who makes a lot of guitar in my albums, and I said, bro, listen, I want to do a mix between Zouk and R&B and pop, but more Zouk and pop. I want to do a Zouk with pop and with a guitar. I don't want a Zouk guitar. I don't want a Zouk guitar. I don't want a compa guitar. No. I don't want R&B guitar. I want a pop guitar. And I told him that. So he plays, and I'm like, yeah, exactly like this. So he plays the guitar the way I want. I do my Zouk beat, and when I go to the studio, I can't rap, because every time I start, like, and I'm like, yo, when I get older, it doesn't sound, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, when I get old, I try all the ways, doesn't work. And I tell Kainix, bro, listen, put me some other tune. I'm gonna sing the fucking song. And he's like, yeah? He's happy. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I don't care what people will say, because people talk anyway. So let me just do yeah. let me just sing it, and if they like it, they like it. If they don't like it, I don't care. And little did I know, this song became one of the most iconic and biggest song in the kizomba world. I mean, this is actually one of the songs that defined modern kizomba. At that time, I've no idea. I've been to Portugal once, I think, at that time, and people loved the album. It's a Love, especially Musicarian, but I have no idea what's gonna happen, and so that's the first song.
When I get older, I jump up to the sky and talk to the stars about you. When I get deeper, I dive to the bottom of the seas and get these pearls for you, baby. 'Cause I got one love, and I can love you for the rest of my life. One love, and I can love you for the rest of my life. When I get stronger, I walk up to my ex and tell her I'm history, baby. Sooner or later, I put a ring on your finger and love you forever and after, and show you with my love. 'Cause you my destiny, my ebony, my ivory, on my piano key, the reason why I travel through the seven seas. 'Cause you are my love. Yeah. Ooh-wee. And I can love you for the rest of my life. One love, baby. And I can love you for the rest of my life. When I get wiser, take a resolution and make my revolution, oh yeah. When I get lighter, I take my love with me and dwell in paradise and wait for you forever. Ooh. And I can love you for the rest of my life. Cause I got one love, yeah. One love, and I can love you for the rest of my life. But I can love you for the rest of my life, baby. And I can love you for the rest of my life. 'Cause I got one love for you.
So when I did this song, thanks, Joel. It is completely true. Singing made a difference in the way I was singing, what I was singing about, and it became more romantic, and it touched way more people, and especially that song. So I remember doing a show in. Let me see if I find it. I remember doing a show in Portugal, and the album just came out. People are telling me that everybody is listening to this album in their car, and this is like my distributor, Bruno Beleza, who's still my friend today, and we still work together. He booked a lot of shows for me. He's telling me it's crazy. Like after the first album was already crazy, but now like this album, like in Portugal, this is like the album of everybody, like everybody, and so we decided that the album came out in December. We decided to do the presentation of the album with the show in February. And because for me it's a nice song, I like it, but I don't really think that it's a hit, because to me it's a song that it's a song that I love, but and it was like, it was new to singing, in my opinion. The song that would work more would be songs like Jusqu'à Fatiguer, Raquel maybe, or The Dog. I don't know. So I start the show with this song. And when I start the show with this song, everybody in the crowd is crying. And everybody's singing the song like if they knew the song for 10 years. When I arrived, everybody and I remember I was crying as well. And that's when I knew, first of all, that one day I would live in Portugal because of the love I was receiving here. But that's also when I knew that this was my music video. And the music video was made by my sister, who is she's a director. She worked with Jay-Z, Beyonce. She worked with movies, advertisement. She's more into advertisement, but she's a big time producer. And I told her, listen, please, I want you to make a video for me. Let me know how I can do. And she told me, hey, listen, we just finished shooting an ad, and because when we shoot in a weekend, we must rent all the equipment until Monday anyway. So Sunday, come here. So I went to a roof in Paris, and we shot that video. And we did something very simple. And yeah, this became crazy. And that video was playing on MTV Base, all over Africa, Trace. It was crazy. Yeah, exactly. The way you make the beat is so evolving, the way the instruments sound and match each other. And I was really talking about love, but when I went to Portugal to play, so that was not the actual show because sadly I don't have the image, but it was more or less this way. for me, how it feels when you sing a song that, and you never sing in your life. I mean, you never learn how to sing. You just have this emotion that you want to express, and you don't want to rap it. You want to sing it. You sing it, and all of a sudden, when you go to another country, you arrive and you have this club. I think the maximum was 1,000 people, and I remember that there was 1,000 people, 1,002 inside, and another 800 people outside that could not go in, so they were just listening from the sound from the door, and like everybody was going crazy. And that's crazy because Malcolm is saying that he was there that day. You were there. That's crazy. Malcolm was there on that day. That's 2004, I think, or 2005. I'm not sure. And I remember like this club is the first place I ever performed in Portugal. And yeah, that moment is like those moments for me. Yeah, I will like, a lot of people ask me, oh, but don't you want to perform? I'm like, with all that I received as a performer, even if I never performed anymore, I'm cool, because I received so much love as an artist performing on stage that it doesn't really matter. Sorry. So what up, Master Electronic? How are you? The second song of the album, because I've 1 hour on the intro. The second song of the album, it was a song where hey, bonjour la Nouvelle-Calédonie. So the second song of the album is a song where and it's funny, throughout all my career, as I'm telling you, I've been an outsider, and I felt always like people complaining about my origins, and me telling people it doesn't matter. I represent Africa, and I represent all Africans. And when I say I represent all Africans, I also represent the ones that were sent to America, the ones that were sent to the West Indies, all of us. And that's always how I felt. So, but at the same time, I have the people from the West Indies telling me, yo, are you from here? Well, yes and no. I mean, no, but yes. But you're not from here. But we love your music, but you're not from here. It's like, but does it matter? And I have the people from Congo now, after 4 albums, saying, why don't you represent us? And I'm like, I've been representing you from the first album. Like, what else you need? I've been saying in all my songs where I'm from. And people are like, yeah, but where are you from? I'm like, but people say that you are from Ivory Coast. People say that you are from Angola. Who are you? Are you a Zouk singer? Are you a Kizomba singer? Are you a Coup de Calais singer? I'm like, why do you guys care so much about that? Why don't you just enjoy the music? I represent for Africa and all Africans. And I sing in all languages. I mean, if tomorrow if I meet somebody from, I don't know, Tanzania, and then they have some word in Swahili to teach me that I can use, I'll just use them, because I love talking to everybody, and I love giving love to everybody, and I want my music to be a little bit of everybody. And that's how I did that song, with a little bit of Lingala.
Hey girl, you know what they say. Everybody has that special someone. Forever you, forever me.
I met you on a Sunday. Said to myself, what a good day. I wanna see you like always. A million and a reason, always. In the sudden of a minute, my whole life changed in a minute. Not to win it, but to live it. Love and life like infinite. To my friend, I'm the realist. Let me tell you what the deal is. When I see them, I'ma tell this. I found true love, I'ma cherish. Mutemananga, elinga kayo. Forever you, forever me. Bolingoranga. Mutemananga, elinga kayo. Forever you, forever me. Bolingoranga. Hey, love, it's been a year. Look at the past like I'm in there. With all that we share, I still can't believe like it's been a year. It feels like in a minute, we've been all around the planet. Baby girl, your body is in it. Still I feel like the first day I touch you, I kiss you. I never had a love before I met you. Mutemananga, elinga kayo. Forever you, forever me. Bolingoranga. Mutemananga, elinga kayo. Bolingoranga. Hey baby girl, listen. True love is always deeper than the ocean, and I will always be by your side. You best believe.
Mutema. It's a crazy song. Luis is saying this music is part of a big moment in his life. I'm blessed. I feel blessed that it is. Wow. Sorry for your loss, brother. All my condolences. May he rest in peace. Wow, that was your song? That's crazy. And see now, now we talk to each other, we call each other. That's the beauty of music. Hey, Tatiana. Thank you. Music is, I believe that I'm blessed because my music is the soundtrack to the life of so many people the last 20 years. I really feel blessed that even if I'm still making new music, actually, like the music I did in 2005, 98, a lot of people who are my age, they grew up with my music. And a lot of people who are younger, they love my newer music, or they discover everything I did before, and that's beautiful. Merci. And look at me rehearsing like I was about to do a live, and that's me in 2012. I met you on a Sunday. Said to myself,
myself, what a good day. Je veux te voir comme toujours. Je t'ai rencontré un dimanche. Je me suis dit, c'est un bon jour pour baiser. Je veux te voir tous les jours. Dans 1 million de paysages, et toujours. En 1 minute, ma vie a changé. Et d'un seul coup, je me suis dit, je ne suis pas là pour gagner, mais pour le vivre. Et vivre infiniment. Oui. Avec mes potes, je fais le malin. Mais moi, laisse-moi te dire la vérité. La prochaine fois que je le verrai, je leur dirai que j'ai trouvé le vrai amour que je les chéris. Donc, 1, 3, 4.
The chorus in this video. They are actually the chorus of the legendary group Kassav, Marie-José Gibon, and another friend of mine. And yeah, we did this. This was one day before doing this show in Mozambique. I'm gonna spend a lot of time on each song. Damn, I have to stop talking. This was when we were rehearsing for this show in Maputo. Ok, mi doigt ça le fait. What's up? C'est Kay, Marie-Jo, et Thierry, et Guylaine, et la Fiolox. Nous sommes à Maputo, au Mozambique. ma puto, ma puto. Yeah, do I sing better than say? No, it's just live autotune. I mean, the more you sing, the more you learn. But I mean, it's just that I was just scared to sing for a long time because I was surrounded by great singers, and that I never learned. Like the first time I sang One Love was the first time I ever sang in my life, like a whole song. I didn't have no technique. I didn't know what I was doing. And even singers were like, how you doing this? Like I don't know. I'm just doing it. So that's just what I meant, I love you too, Queen Juju. Memorias, irmão. Memorias. Hey. You know how it is. Non, attention, c'est des grandes chanteuses. C'est des très, très grandes chanteuses. Surtout Caroline. Caroline, si vous écoutez, elles sont très, très fortes. Mais c'est vrai que j'ai des octaves. So let me listen. The next song, because I have to. Come on. It's been an hour and a half. And so the next song is actually a tribute to is a tribute to a hip hop song from Naughty by Nature called Hip Hop Array, and that dude I did Lazukore is from Naughty by Nature Hip Hop Array, and that is a Zouk version more or less, produced by Ali Angel. Lazukore. Listen, this whole listening party is in a dedication to Moto Music and his friend, and the celebration of the life of your friend that you lost. We love you, brother. Lazukore was produced by my boy Ali Angel, who is somebody who's also he's a part of the creation of this whole Zouk, Kizomba, Kompa generational change. And yeah, like it's crazy how the style that Ali Angel invented for Nichols is still the same style that most Zouk artists are still using 15 years after. It might be time they change, but yeah, he really created something crazy. And like Ali Angel is a beast. Like I'm gonna try to have him come talk one day here. So the next song is a song that was I remember that and rest in peace to him, DJ Arafat. When I met him in Ivory Coast, when my song On Dit Quoi was all the rage out there. You know, I met him and we were chilling, and he was making me listen to his stuff, and I was like, yo, we have to do something together. And like, you know, it was big already, but it was big in a smaller market. It was not, it didn't explode yet internationally, but it was already known in Ivory Coast, and Coup de Calais was something going up. And yeah, you know, remember we were chilling one night, and he was making me listen to his song Jonathan. That was a song that was about a friend of his that sadly passed away too early, and that was his song back in the days. And I was hearing it, and we were chilling, and then the whole night that we spent all together, me, DJ Arafat, DJ Jacob, Sumbi, all these guys, we were all together in the same garden party, and we were just chilling between artists, talking about, exchanging, you know. And this gave me the idea of this song that I did. Let me pull up the music video. And again, this is a video that was done by Phil. Yeah, there we go. There it is. This is a video that was done by Phil from Makita, who is now produced more than he does video, but he's a guy who also did my video on Dit Quoi. And so the idea I wanted in this video was to have I haven't spoken to him in a long time. Yeah, you see, indeed, another fallen soldier. So at that time, what was I saying? Yeah, Phil did that video, and at that time, really, like the genre that was all over Africa now, replacing Congolese music, was Coup de Calais. Ivory Coast was now at the forefront of innovation in terms of music after 30 years of Congolese music hegemony, and I think it's great because you need to change leaders so you can also change. You can spice up, and you can have innovation. If you have the same leaders for 30 years, at a point they become lazy, and I believe that at that time Congolese music became lazy. It was always the same video, it was always the same song, the same 8-minute song, and trust me, there were some gems in there, but by the end it was, yeah. And Coup de Calais was a breath of fresh air in African music, and I think it opened the door to Nigerian music after that, because I think that, of course, what is the main genre influences what is coming next. So it is them 100% sure that the Nigerians and Ghanaians were inspired by by Coup de Calais and by Congolese music before. And Coup de Calais itself, I would say, is inspiration from Zouglou and also from Congolese music. Some samples of the first Coup de Calais had a lot of samples of Congolese music, and even fake atalaku from some people, but also real ones, because a lot of the Congolese who flew the war in Congo that was happening a few years before, 10 years before, they ended up in Ivory Coast, like TV5, like some other artists were actually Congolese, and they just lived in Ivory Coast all this time, and they were part of this whole movement. So I would not say that Coup de Calais comes from Congolese music. I wouldn't do justice to it. I would say that there's influences of Congolese music, because Congolese music was hegemonic until 2000. And but there's a lot of Zouglou in there. There's a lot of Nushi. There's a lot of and yeah. So I made this video and invited a bunch of artists from the Zouk world, from the Coup de Calais world, from people around me.
Jusqu'à fatiguer, on va bouger, jusqu'à fatiguer, on va décaler, jusqu'à fatiguer, on va s'envoler, allez on va danser, jusqu'à fatiguer, on va bouger, jusqu'à fatiguer, on va décaler, jusqu'à fatiguer, on va s'envoler. Barbecue l'après-midi pour les fêtards et les mogos, la midi dit quoi? On n'est pas fatigué. Enjaillement pour les nyandés qui font shopping avec papy, chérie tu dis quoi? On n'est pas fatigué. Casino pour ceux qui veulent impressionner, deuxième bureau, tonton tu dis quoi? On n'est pas fatigué. On va lever les mains, 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 lever les mains. On va danser jusqu'à fatigué, on va bouger jusqu'à fatigué, on va décaler jusqu'à fatigué, on va s'envoler, allez on va danser jusqu'à fatigué, on va bouger jusqu'à fatigué, on va décaler jusqu'à fatigué, on va s'envoler. Joli garçon bien habillé qui fait péter le vin mousseux, mon beau tu dis quoi? On n'est pas fatigué. Petite chérie qui casse mon œil avec son tas, ça va bomber, ma belle tu dis quoi? On n'est pas fatigué. Mon vieux père, prête-moi donc des chaussures, mon croco, que je fasse mon malin. On n'est pas fatigué. Fais faroter, 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 faire mon malin, faire mon malin, faire mon malin, faire mon malin, faroter. Faroter, 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 faire mon malin, faire mon malin. Olivier Doumou. On va danser, on va bouger, on va décaler, on va s'envoler, allez on va danser, on va bouger, on va décaler, on va s'envoler, on va danser, on va bouger, on va décaler, on va s'envoler, allez on va danser, on va bouger, on va décaler, on va s'envoler. Son Excellence Ngambe Edo Katinjoli Yann Joshua, fils de son père, va frôler. Allez s'envolement, tapis volant équilibré. À dormir, on n'est pas fatigué. Allez molare, sagacité. À dormir, on n'est pas fatigué. Akrikata pom pom, so mouton. Akrikata pom pom, so dindon. On va danser, on va bouger.
And this was an all-star video all-star Coupe de Calais and Zouk video. You got you got the, what's their name? You got like Borosanji. You got a lot of DJs in there. You got La Jet Set. You got Erickson Le Zulu. You got also SC Jordan Elise. You got my whole crew in there, but they're like, so this is me performing that.
De bons artistes en bon public, donc faites du bruit pour vous.
I go effortlessly anywhere because it's music, you know. Thank you so much, but to me, it's really art. And at that time, my parents, at that time, I had changed nationality because of the war from Congolese to Ivory Coast. I had an Ivory Coast passport. I changed nationality 4 times in my life. At that time, I had Ivory Coast nationality. My parents got invited because of exile from Congo. My parents got invited by Laurent Gbagbo, the president, who's a friend of my father. He invited us to live, and we moved to Cocody. My parents were living in Ivory Coast in Cocody because my dad was an ambassador in Ivory Coast in the 80s. And he had my dad has close ties with Ivory Coast. Actually, my dad is in Ivory Coast right now with the new prime minister to celebrate and the prime minister used to book me in his club before politics. So me and Ivory Coast, we have a long history together. And I went all in, and I love the music from Ivory Coast. I believe that they really brought a fresh air to African music at that time. And like these guys had like all these DJs, and Atalakus had ideas. Like, it was amazing. And I loved the sound of Nushi and working with Anofela, Top One. I believe that the same thing we did to Zouk. I believe that, and to Kizomba, I believe I also did it for Coupe de Calais. I brought it, not by myself, but I helped it bring the international appeal with songs like Jusqu'à Fatigué and Kaysha Di Quoi that played all around the world. Yeah. So, the next song, because I'm only at song number 6 of the album. It's been almost 2 hours. So the next song is let me tell you a story about that song. I'm in a club called Musulo in Portugal. It's 6 or 7 a.m. I'm getting out of the club, and I meet this girl. I'm going down and she's going up, And I'm like, whoa, 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 where are you going? And she's like, I'm going home. I said, no, we need to talk first. And she's like, oh, I have a plane to catch. What you mean you have a plane to catch? Yeah, I'm going back to Angola. What you mean you're going back to Angola? Like, we're not going to have a breakfast or whatever? And she's like, nah, I'm sorry. Da, 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 da. I said, yeah, but can I have your number? And she's like, not really, whatever. You have an MSN? And she's like, yeah, I have an MSN. Okay. And she gave me her MSN. And her name was Raquel. And so we start becoming MSN friends. And one day I'm home doing a beat. And at the same time, I'm talking to her on MSN. And I'm like, you know what? I'm doing a beat. I'm going to call her. I'm going to call this beat Raquel. And I called my boy Nichols. And we did a song about Raquel that I only saw one time in my life in Portugal. And another time in my life, I don't know how many years, in Angola. Maybe in 2010, I saw her again. And yeah, listen, it's a woman that I saw 2 times in my life, and we were great friends. And I dedicate a song to her. And it's funny because every time she said, oh, you know, I'm the Raquel from the song, everybody's like, yeah, right. Got you, baby. This song is super inspired by Cape Verdean music. Philip Monteiro, Manu Lima, that way of playing that's Cape Verdean music. And so this is the moment where I'm walking with Eligio a lot. Eligio is taking me to all the Cape Verdean parties in Paris, and I'm listening to music, and I'm like, wow, nice. And then it comes out, and in Raquel, and I called Nichols, and like, actually, I think this song was for Nichols' album, actually. But when I finished doing the album, the music, was like, nah, I'm keeping it. The next song, yeah, bro, that's how deep I am. Yeah, listen, she has that vibe. She has that vibe. Indeed, John. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So the next song is a song I wrote about the mother of my kid, which actually her name is Vania Trindade. So that's why I named this song after her. And it's a song where I tell the struggle about having somebody that gives you everything, but at the same time, you still want to leave. So the guitars in these songs are done by Kired, production by me. I believe this is a Zouk R&B. Some people would call it Kizomba, but and actually it's one of Kizomba's most famous song, but it's a Zouk R&B to me. But as I say, it's just a freedom. You can call it how you want. This song is very deep because it talks about everything that this woman has done for me. If it was not for her, so if you heard the listening party of the album before It's a Love, you would understand that I would have stopped my career if it was not for her. She's the one who gave me the push to go and told me, hey, people love you around the world, people love you in Portugal, people love you here, people love you in Guinea-Bissau, Angola, Cape Verde. And at that time, I didn't want to do music anymore, not because of music, but because of the people of the music industry, that they have no backbone. And I'm a righteous person. I like honesty, and it's a world where honesty almost don't exist. So, but she was there, and for years, between my second album and my third album, she was the only person who was listening to my music, and she was telling me, make more music for me. So I can never repay to her everything she gave me. She gave me a son who's almost 18 now. She gave me, like when I met her, I was not the same person that when I was after being with her. So yeah, I had to dedicate a song to her, but just because she's the mother of my son, so you know. And she's somebody that is important in my life. She's now one of my best friends. We talk all the time. She loves my family. You know, like we have a great connection. So, what is my favorite instrument? Yours is the guitar. Mine is Rhodes. I like Rhodes. I love the sound of electronic pianos. Something about your guitars in your songs. Thanks a lot. I think it's because I'm an R&B fan. The guitars in all my songs, the way they are played, I come to the guy and I say, okay, I want this. That's exactly what I said, and they play what I have in my head. But when I do a song and when I do a beat, I know exactly what I want. And I don't tell guitarists, yeah, play something. Never. I already know most of the time what I need exactly. So, yeah, strings also. The way chords are also, yeah, I have a soft spot for I'm crying while listening. Thanks a lot, Andre. Wow. Isso é muito sweet. Indeed. I don't know how you and Odotun get along so well. The thing is, it's a tool, and I use it as a tool and not as something else. I just. Once you understand it's a tool, you just use it as a tool. Yes, in a way. It was a way to ask her, to tell her sorry for leaving you after everything you gave me. More, yeah. Thanks a lot. So the next song, I was in Angola in around 2004 with a friend, rapper JD. And I met this group called Africanas, I think. And I was with Nate Sophia, who was very young at that time. And we were in a bus going somewhere to perform. And I was like, hey, how do you say nice to meet you? And she said, prazer te conhecer. I was like, oh, okay. And what do you reply to this? And she said, you reply, o prazer é tudo meu. I said, okay. And I did a song.
Kaysha, o prazer é tudo meu. Me and my boys been rolling, trying to find a spot to chillin'. It's hot in here, let's lick an ice cream. The sunshine provide too much steam. Now you can tell your girl we look players, but we cool, so let's make connection. Ain't no erection, just nice electron. Let's cool down, natural selection, yeah.
That was a hit. Like when that song came out, yo, everybody went crazy about it. It was like, I remember going to Saint Tome and Principe, and yeah, everybody just went crazy. And again, the guitars, I think it's Kired, and production is me again. So I did everything, and I knew what I wanted the guitar to sound like, and Kired played some stuff, and I showed him more or less what I wanted, and then I just used everything I needed. And yeah, like it's interesting because my music goes from my music changes over time, and and as in every cycle, I know that in my next album, maybe a bit in this one, but more in the next album, I will go back to using a lot of guitars. Like I know that the next album I'm gonna do number 11, so I'm finishing number 10, but in number 11, I want to produce all the songs, so I will do a lot of those tracks with guitars. I'll probably do less songs, maybe 15 songs, and a lot of guitars, a lot of Candy Zouk. So yeah, this song made me appreciate how good Portuguese sounds. Like, listen, I think my Portuguese was horrible. Like, I think it's rapariga and not rapariga. Yes, I did all the bass lines in this album. I did almost all the production, and yeah, I did all the bass and everything. Thanks a lot. So that's me in Santo. Rapariga, prazer, e te conhecer, prazer. Hey. So the next track is I'm gonna speed it up a bit because thanks. The next track is called The Dollar. Again, when I was in Angola, I met DJ Bula, and he showed me this beat, and I discovered not the kuduro that Elijah showed me, which was at that point I thought kuduro was Cap Verdean, because I would only go to Cap Verdean parties, and that's in Cap Verdean parties that I would see the Cap Verdean dance. But when I came to Angola, I realized, like, yo, this is a whole universe, and like that the Cap Verdeans, that the kuduro that the Cap Verdeans were listening in Paris was kuduro from like 10 years before. The new shit was in Angola, and like I saw the dance and everything. And me, that's how I am. I'm like, when I see something and I'm like, whoa, the next thing is I want to play. And there you go.
Solta o som, DJ Bula.
Nah.
I'm looking for the dollar. I'm looking for the dollar. I'm looking for the dollar. Dollar. I'm looking for the dollar. I'm looking for the dollar. I'm looking for the dollar. Dollar. Cash that I many mouths to feed her. Done that I got a lot to bleed her. That's why I gotta be the leader. Like keep this shit. What up, hey, giving you the fever. Repeats, fucking up your liver. Fuck you if you an unbeliever. Who am I? Just a giver. Cash that I don't touch the lie. So rather steal a bra. Take your girl into my casa and make her listen to my salsa. Hey mama, giving you kuduro. Come on, shake your rabo. That's a whole lot I got to give you. In monophonic stereo. I'm looking for the dollar. I'm looking for the dollar. I'm looking for the dollar.
Dollar. I'm looking for the dollar. I'm looking for the dollar. I'm looking for the dollar. Dollar. Yeah, that's the dollar. Dope song. And it's funny how now everybody's about Afro beats, Afro house. And when I do Afro house, people are like, yo, stay in your kizomba. I'm like, go listening to my 2004 album and then you can shut the fuck up. So when I was trying to break in the French market, a lot of people, bro, that's crazy that your email address is African Bohemian. Wow, like I feel blessed. That's crazy. That's the first time you hear that. Wow. So when I was trying to break in the French market, everybody was telling me you need to sing in French, and me, I was like, no, I will not sing in French. I sing in English, Portuguese, Spanish, but I will not sing in French. I will not do something for you to play me on your radios. If you want to play me, you play my music, and if you don't play me. And that's how I end up being completely blacklisted from French radio. I was playing nowhere. And I was like, you know what? Okay, fuck everybody. I'll just do my thing my way and I'll find my public. And I kept singing English until this album where because I was in a rage with this album because of what I told you about the whole backstory of the album, I was like, you know what? Let me put all the weapons in my hands and let me put all the weapons in my hands and let me do a song in French. So I called my boy Nichols and I said, bro, listen, I need you to do something for me. I want to write a song in French and I want you to do the music for me. So he did the music. He co-produced that song for me. And actually, I really want to touch about a subject about this song and a lot of other songs of the Zouk industry, but I'm not gonna do it now because it's already late. But I really have to write down about that subject. I want to talk about something that nobody talks about, but I want to talk about white producers in the Zouk music, and a lot of the Zouk and Kizomba tracks that you love and that have shaped the music were done by white people. And I think it's great. But a lot of people are here saying, nah, this is ours, da 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 da. And some people don't realize that in the production of a lot of his songs, like songs by Marcia, songs by Leila Chico, or this song, Si Tu veux de moi, was produced with Nichols, and a white guy. And those are iconic songs. And I think it's important to have a conversation about it. So I'm going to write it down for a next episode. White producers in Zouk, Kizomba. I got a lot of things. Like, you see, I have a long list of subjects that I want to talk about. Like, I got one that's called 1 + 1 = 2. White producers in Zouk, the business mindset and discipline, loyalty and exploitation, never sing for the singers, accept that you can be wrong, you can't make a choice for other people, don't complain when you lose, etc., etc. I got a lot of things that like sometimes I'm like, what am I going to talk about? Actually, I got all my subjects here. So here's the song. Great song, production by Frédéric Wurtz and Nichols and me on the writing and singing in French. That was the first time ever that I sang in French, and it was a huge success in Haiti because it's a mix of Zouk and compa, like you're saying. It was a huge success in France. It's still like every show I do in French, I have to sing. And so what I'm talking about this song, I'm talking about the ex that I had before I met the mother of my son, Trindade. It was a girl that I really loved, but for some reason, and like I talked about her in the last album, because it was, you know, those girls that they put the barrier, they put the obstacle here, so you jump on top of it to prove yourself. So they put another one like here, and then you jump, and then they put an etc. Because actually they don't want you to win. And what I'm saying in this song is that when you didn't want me, she was there for me. And I'm talking about the mother of my son, who was the one who took me when I was heartbroken, and also heartbroken by the music industry, but also by that girl. So this whole album is actually in a way, and the one before, in the end, it's those two albums are also talking about, and actually all my albums, they talk about my relationship. So those two albums, It's a Love and African Bohemian, they also are the stories of me and the mother of my kid. Actually, this is also a song about her.
You know I love you, but sometimes I do mistakes.
Who, me?
I'm just a man, and I'm sorry.
True.
Check me. Please don't leave me, girl. I'm all that you need, yeah. I made all the sacrifice to bring you joy up to now. Please try to understand. It was a one-night stand, and I know I'm such a stupid fool, but I don't deserve you leaving me. listen to me. There's nothing I can do, you're my only girl. Baby girl, listen to me.
Oh, this is Candy Zouk madness. This next song, the remix you're talking about is not this one. It's the remix of Bien Plus Fort que mes mots, which is my other French mega hit. And it would be for the next album, I think, or the one after that. Yeah, me and Saint-Claude, we always do some crazy stuff, and the deeper one is also amazing. Yeah, the polysynth from the JV 2080. Nice. The next song is a song, I think, with Elisio, I'm not sure. It's one of those sexy songs.
It's us again. That's raw. Kaysha. It is yours.
Give me no. Sex me, baby. Sex me, baby. Sex me, baby. That's for you, Queen Juju. I got this girl from Cabo Verde.
She's always into something, hunting, good, well, fucking, ready for action. Smooth breast with a big booty. She says, I got my girl from Angola. Her name's Lala. Drinks a lot of beer, but she don't smoke Lala. Nice hair that's long and curly. She fucks me while we watching movie. My girl in Lisboa. She's white, but she never seen the white thick. Into that black shit, bang from noon to the night. And when I hit her good, she says, boy, this.
Sex me, baby. Sex me, baby.
Sex me, baby, sex me.
Sex me, baby. Hey.
Sex me, baby, sex me. Angola, desmore muita bonita que tá esperando já tutel. Tá fazendo carinho sensual, Portugal. Cubano, brasileiro, striptease radical. Beleza de brincadeira, Rotterdam. Oh, sexy lady, fashion, caution. França, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Togo, menina maluca, tá botando riba cara. Dentro do mundo, número uno. Tudo menino da cre original de Cabo Verde.
Sex me, baby. Sex me, baby.
Sex me, baby. Woo! Sex me, baby. Sex me. Sex me, baby. Sex me. We've been around the world, met a lot of girls. From a city to a city, searching for the right girl. If you wanna know our story, I came to get it on. Sex you all alone. And I like it when you sex me, baby. And I'm feeling for your body tonight. Sex me, baby, sex me.
Sex me, baby. Sex me, baby.
Sex me, baby, sex me. Sex me, baby, sex me, baby. Yeah. That's off. That's right.
I made some crazy beats. So this song is about me and Elisio coming back from Portugal, Angola, Cape Verde, the West Indies, Amsterdam, Rotterdam, Ivory Coast, and looking at each other, being like, "That was a wild year. Let's talk about it in a song." Ah, the Sex Tour. Yep. I think the name of these bass is Snoop Doggy Bass on the Trinity rack, if I remember well. Cherchez ailleurs, you can find it in, if you go on it's not in one of my album, but you can find it, the single, if you just type the name on Spotify. Yeah, that song is very, it is. EPL. No, we just came back from tour. It is, because it's memories. It's memories. These songs are memories. That song is a fan favorite. Is Une Raison, produced by Joanne Air. Yeah, it's one of those songs like I wanted to give tribute to the, it's a love song, but I also wanted to give tribute to the West Indies. Master Electronic, thank you so much for the super chat. I wanted to give a tribute to and to the West Indies because this is the first territory where I blew up before taking over the world. And all this time people were asking, "Yeah, you from the West Indies?" Yes and no, blah 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 blah. But I believe that singing in Creole, in their language, is the best way to say thank you. In like, hey, listen, I know I'm not from here, but let me sing in your language to show you that I appreciate what the fans have given me, what everybody has given me. And I've listened to the entire album so many times. It never gets old because everything reminds me. It's my number one favorite Kaysha album for sure. Thank you so much. It's really a defining album. You have to understand that this is the first time ever that I do an album by myself, that I'm proving myself. Actually, it was a huge success. It even sold more than the album before. And it was also entering in the digital world. It was the first album that's when my albums start going on iTunes, etc., etc. It was also the decline of the music industry. We were selling less and less CDs, and the digital was not like it is now. So it was like a period of uncertainty that was starting between 2005 and 2010. This is an album that it was the first time that I ever mixed an album by myself, because before that I had engineers. But on this album, I didn't have the budget. I would every time I would need some money, I would go do some shows because I was still performing like crazy. I would go perform, coming back from Ivory Coast where I was performing like every 2 weeks because of Kaysha on Dikwa, and in the US, in the West Indies. Every time I would come back with some money, I would use the money to pay for something in the album, pay for some beats, pay for the guitars, pay for the studio sessions, whatever. And the whole album actually is very badly mixed in my opinion compared to how I mix today. Even the mastering is in my opinion too loud to my standards of today, but it's still considered in the Zouk and Kizomba world as one of the albums that really made the album move forward. So I'm incredibly blessed when I know about the story of the blood that has been put into that album, all the sacrifices that I did to do this album. And I mixed the album myself, and like when I listen to the mix today, I'm like, this mix is horrible because I can hear all the mistakes I did. But this shows what I've been telling to artists forever. Stop trying to do something that is perfect. Do something that is personal. If the mix is horrible, like this album, as long as the songs tell a story and the song make people feel happy, sexy, angry, in love, make them cry, nobody cares about the mix unless the mix is horrible. But the technique is not important in music. What is important in music? Let's listen to this guy who never sang in his life. This rapper comes and starts singing songs. He starts singing songs, and he never did an album by himself, and he does an album by himself. He never mixed tracks by himself, and he decided to mix his whole album. This album was mixed in my bedroom. It was mixed in my studio apartment under my bed by myself with a little Mac, and so it just shows you that as long as you are authentic, people will recognize what you do. And a lot of people, they keep their music from coming out because they're scared, because, oh, my mix is not right, or my this is not right, or, oh, what about my vocals? What about this? I can do it better. And they keep procrastinating, and they never release the music because then it's too old, because they had it for 4 years and they don't release stuff. I'm a person, I do stuff, I put them out, because these albums are therapeutics. These albums, they help me not stay with the things that I have in my heart. They help me release all this tension from my body, all these feelings that I have, and I put them out to the world, and the world do what they want with it. But as to me, I told the world my story. And the beautiful thing is that after that, some people all of a sudden, they start telling me, oh, this song was written for me, and it talks the words that I could not find. And that's when it becomes beautiful. This got a Cape flavor to it. You see, then that's the beauty of it. It actually, to me, it has a Zouk West Indian feel, but to you, it has a Cape Verdean feel. That's beautiful. That will be in the next album, I think, or into this. Bien Plus Fort que Mes Mots is works of art. So I think there's 1 or 2 albums after that. Yeah, there's Legendary, and after that there's works of art. But we'll get there. I will make a listening party for all my albums before I release my 10th album. How you make that voice? Got loved, got hurt, cried. What's the meaning of falling in love, then get hurt? That's the meaning. Love hurts, but that's the beauty of it. Missing the way back when you had your soul in your songs. I still do.
I need a girlfriend, yeah. I need a girlfriend, yeah. I need a girlfriend, yeah. I need a girlfriend. I need a girlfriend, and she better understand. I'm a music warrior, I'm a classic stallion. I need a girlfriend. And I like him with style and a body that's blazing, chick that's smiling. Girlfriend, I could be your daughter, lay you down 7 days in a semana. Girlfriend, I don't mean to be rude, but if you in the mood, I can be your dude. Cause I like it, your body, the way you dancing for me. I need it when you're feeling. Come in my life, I need a girlfriend. With a body like designer fabric, classy like a girlfriend. And she got what I need, and she know how I feel, and she there when I bleed her. Girlfriend, I know I look like a player, still I got sweetness in my layers. Girlfriend, I wanna tell.
I know I look like a player, but still I got sweetness in my layers. Smooth. Yeah, girlfriend. Like, it is funny. So same thing. These days I do some reggaetons, and people say, oh no, you on a reggaeton train. I'm like, I've been there, done that. The next, so this song is called Girlfriend. It's one of, I think I have 2 or 3 songs called Girlfriend. So it's like, I'm out of titles. 500 songs, I use all the titles. This song, yeah, produced by me, written by me, mixed by me. And the next song is called My Friend, and it's maybe the only song in this album that really yeah, I like that. this song is actually, my friend, is actually this one of the songs that really was talking about how I was feeling at that time. Because the whole album, even if I'm in rage mode, the rage was translated in creating a crazy, beautiful, epic, unforgettable album. But I didn't really talk about everything that I felt. But in that song I did. The song is called My Friends.
Okay. This one goes out to the real niggas. Cause real niggas do real things. Check it out. None of them real girls by the billion. All of them feel me for my money. Fake honeys, I make monies. Then you love me, I roll with my people. What you want, that sounds for the disco. Super Don, they use me in my essence. Then again, they stab me in the back in the distance. My friends never hold me. Oh man, my friends never do me. Oh man, my friends do respect me. Oh man, so I guess that you're not my friend. Oh man.
I got friends by the billions. Listen to the lyrics. Wait.
I got friends by the billion. None of them real.
I got friends by the billion. None of them real.
By the billion. All of them feel me for my money.
I got girls by the millions. All of them feel me for my money.
Fake honeys.
Fake honey.
Monies. Then you love me.
I got money, now you love me.
With my people, what you want, that sounds for the disco. Super Don, they use me in my essence.
They use me for my essence. But then again, in the end, they stab me from the distance.
Then again, they stab me in the back in the distance. My friends never hold me.
My friends never hold me.
Oh man, my friends never do me.
My friends never do me.
Man, my friends do respect me.
My friends do respect me.
Oh man, so I guess that you're not my friend, oh man.
So I guess that you're not my friend, homie. This song, yeah, it's the only place where I talked about everything I felt at that time. Everything else I felt, I'm gonna leave it to karma. In 2007, I did a 2-CD tribute dedicated to you and your best song from It's a Love African Bohemian Legendary. I will, you know what I will do in one of those live, because I have the files, you send them to me. In one of the lives that I do where I just play music, I will play them. I will play one of those, your tribute mixtape. That would be cool. Thanks a lot. Yeah, that was a nice song, true. Leila, tudo bem? Como foi o live de hoje? Yeah, it has a price.
Came from Africa, I've been around the world. Japan to Kinshasa, Guatemala, Medina. I bless the world with music on your radio. I bless the highway organs in my video. My baby wanna dance, I gotta make it hot. Numero uno when it comes to rock the spot. Music, music, music. nigga, yeah, I came to represent. My style is Afro, so then some Caribbean. We gonna rock your soul, but though you will be on. We got a mass appeal to heal the billions. And if I ever let you down, 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 take me to Africa and heal my soul. Use it, use it, use it.
Wow, love this song. This song really had this song really was a tribute to the music of the West Indies. You know, chorusing in I think I produced that beat. Very, you know, an homage to artists like Kassav, Taboo Combo, Zouk Machine, and a lot of other groups that I met when I toured in the West Indies, when I lived there, and yeah, those people really were part of my growing up as an artist. And even before, when I was a kid, I used to listen to their music. When I was growing up in Congo, my dad was listening to their music all the time. So yeah, it's really one of the track I love. And you know, the thing is this: when you are an artist like me, as prolific as me, and you do these albums with 18 tracks, some tracks become hits, and some tracks like these ones, they don't make it to the public, but still. And that what the good thing about the world of today, where I can do a playlist, right? We have a playlist on is that I can use those playlists today and make those songs go back to have some light on them, and who knows, like the people who never heard about those songs, they can discover those songs today. And that's the beauty of the streaming world, is that no songs become old. They can be new to anybody. And yeah, that song is really a tribute to the music from the West Indies. Do you remember the lyrics in all of your songs? I wouldn't say that I remember all the lyrics, but I do remember all the lyrics. But when I listen to them at the same time, I remember all the lyrics. Now, if we just put the instrumentals, I don't know if I would. Did Jacob play the guitar in this song? Let me see if I have the cover art. Let me see. This is cool. This is the booklet. I designed all for all my albums. I designed the booklets, the cover art of all my albums from the first one. So it's fun to see. You see, like you can see like all the things are pictures of me and my son. and me performing, and because those albums are a snippet into my life. So do I put, let me see the credits of that song. Let me move that. Let me look at it here. I want to see the credits. I will see Coup de Calais, produced by Kaysha. Live drums by Carlo Badigi. No, the guitars are by Kynix. So, 2 more songs to go before we go to sleep. This song is called Ifobelier. It was produced by Edgar Yonke from Cameroon. And it's called Ifobelier, which means you have to clean your house before you come talk about what happens in my house.
Quand tu te baisses pour regarder les fesses de ton voisin, il faut savoir que ton derrière est dehors. Les jaloux vont maigrir, oh.
Jaloux, jaloux, on va te balayer. Jaloux, jaloux, arrête de critiquer. Jaloux, jaloux, cherche pas les problèmes.
Cherche les fous.
Jaloux, jaloux, ne parle pas sur nous. Well, I don't care what you do, I'll make my money. Fuck who you date, I got my honey. I don't know why you look at me funny, but I don't give a fuck about it. Il faut balayer devant chez toi avant de venir balayer devant chez moi. Il faut balayer devant chez toi avant de venir balayer devant chez moi. On va te balayer. Jaloux, jaloux, on va te balayer. Jaloux, jaloux, arrête de critiquer. Jaloux, jaloux, cherche pas les problèmes. Jaloux, jaloux, ne parle pas sur nous. You wanna talk about us, think about us, rock with us and say shit about us. Stop us in the back, that's what you like. You talk in my back, that's what you like. You rock it, do it, blow it, prove it. We got nada to prove it. Viens père, pourquoi parler des autres au lieu de travailler? Il faut balayer devant chez toi avant de venir balayer devant chez moi. Arrête de critiquer. Il faut balayer devant chez toi avant de venir balayer devant chez moi. Tu veux me critiquer, mon gaz est fatigué. Tu penses que j'ai losé, je vais te balayer ça. Jaloux, on va te balayer. Jaloux, arrête de critiquer. Ça me tue, ça me tue, ça me tue, ma chérie coco. Et critiquer, ça me tue, ça me...
Yeah, il faut balayer devant chez toi avant de balayer devant chez moi. Yeah, that song was about jealousy, about, you know, people who love to talk about other people instead of cleaning their ass. It was produced by Edgar Yonke, and it was me and him performing the song, actually. What else? Yeah. Oh, no. I produced the song. Yeah? No, he produced. Or we produced together or something. Nice. That was a cool song. When we'll be able to hear all your songs that you didn't release? The new ones, you can hear them where the album comes out. Maybe September, maybe October, maybe December. I'm doing it, I'm doing it as I do it. I'm almost done. I just need maybe to finish 4 or 5 songs. But because I release songs every week, and I have to do like songs for my albums and songs for the weekly releases. So, but it's coming. I listen to a lot of Luc Léandry, Ronald Rubinel. Oh yeah, those guys, they're big. Que tipo de música é essa, Inês? Vou dizer que isso é um pouco de... Parece um mix de música congolesa com música de Côte d'Ivoire. More or less. Mais ou menos. So the last song of the album is a remix of Lazukore. featuring the Sushiro crew. It's Lazukore remix featuring Looney Johnson, Elisio, and Isa. And I'm gonna leave you actually with that song. And I hope you enjoyed this listening party of my album African Bohemian. The next listening party will be, I don't know, in maybe 2 weeks. We will listen to the album that came after that album, when everybody was like, now after the success of those 2 albums, you cannot do better than that. And I released Legendary. That was also an album that redefined Kizomba, one of the albums that did. And that album really gave me the confidence as a producer, African Bohemian, and it also put me on the map in the heart of a lot of artists as a beat maker, because you have to not forget that my 4 first album I produced nearly all the beats myself, and I was also rapping and singing and also executive producing, and it showed people that I know how to do albums, not just a song, but a project from end to finish. Because a lot of people talk a lot, but they don't know how to do a project from the beginning to the end. It's not the same thing to do a project where you can hear a lot of songs, you can place some hits, some music for the soul, and at the same time some musics to have fun, and also some music for you that are not commercial. It takes a special kind of skill, which is called executive producing. And after that album, and also a lot of albums that I will do listening parties for when I'm done with my albums, because I also have to do listening parties for Elisio's album, Sumia's albums, ABG's albums, and my compilations, because I also did a lot of projects outside of Kaysha. I did a lot of projects as an executive producer. I did a lot of albums where I did albums for other people, launched a lot of careers, and so when I'm done with my albums, we're gonna start to explore the Sushiro catalog, and there's a lot to explore. I did a lot of shit in these last 25 years. I really thank you so much, Julie. I really hope that you enjoyed this listening party. As always, you can support this live stream by putting a like in this video, sending super chats or donations, or going to shadaware.com and buying anything, a face mask, something. How about your movie career? Countdown, it's coming. This show is brought to you by shadaware.com, where you can find all the beautiful shirts for your physical. I really want to say thank you to everyone that we'll get there. Album number 7, I think. I want to thank everybody that came here tonight. Joel, Nerida, AJ, Mashki Zomba, Ari Beats, Emmanuel, Tina, CV Beats, DJ Ademar, Moto Music. Sorry again for your loss. Queen Julie, Lil Maro, AJ, if I didn't say your name again, Malcolm Beats, Ralphie, Mirlene, Antonio, Franklin, Sips. Who else did I forget? PNP Music. Everybody go stream the new album from Paolo Pequeño, aka PNP Music. This is a great album, instrumental album. Go check it out and make sure you listen to his remix that he did for me and Lisa Lopez. You're gonna love it. One love, Vanessa. One love to DJ Soñador, Luis Moreira. One love to Maju, Tatiana, Said, Andre. I think MK Prod. I think I named everyone, more or less. Moemel, Master Electronic, Anthony the Alien. Did I get everybody? More or less. Anyway, one love to everybody. There was the chat was the chat is becoming heavy. That's great. One love to Ines. Welcome to Shada Gang. I want to congratulate us because now every live goes to 600 people. So, thanks to all 600 people who came tonight. It's beautiful. And we had an amazing time, AJ. Thanks, Luis. And thanks for your continued support. Muito amor pra ti, Tina. Malcolm Beats, good night. Vou ouvir o beat que me mandaste daqui a nada. E vou ver o que vou fazer com ele. CV Beats, One Love. É sempre um prazer para mim também. Good night, Julie. And I'm leaving you with Lazukore remix by Kaysha, Looney Johnson, Isa, and is it Elisio? And Elisio. Peace.
Don't talk about us if you don't know about us. Sushi roll, baby. Yeah, Elisio, Looney Johnson, Kaysha, Ali Angel, ABG, Isa, Celia, Sumia, Kaine.